Dasha, I changed it back. Okay, we can start.
Super. So, dear colleagues and students, Moscow Central Art School and your colleagues from Moscow, students, our director, Gubanov Dmitry, are happy to congratulate you with New Year. And I need in New Year, you will be more happier, more healthier, and we can start our third conference about attractions of my city, which are worth seeing. Let's start with Moscow Central Art School and Daria, our teacher, please.
Okay, so, well, I want to tell you some words about myself, and I'm a new teacher to this school, actually. So if someone doesn't know me, my name is Daria Dmitrievna, and I'm a teacher of the English and the Italian language in this school. And maybe I'll try to tell a couple of words in Italian also, so I hope that our colleagues will understand me. Buongiorno, mi chiamo Daria e sono insegnante nella questa scuola. Conosco italiano, ma ora ho un po' paura di parlarlo perché purtroppo non ho avuto la pratica da molto tempo e molto scusi per questo. Sono molto felice di partecipare a questa conferenza e oggi racconteremo del nostro bellissimo paese. Allora, i nostri studenti hanno preparato le storie molto interessanti e quindi cominciamo. Okay, so let's start our conference and we are going to speak about world-seen sites in my city. And the first person from our school is going to be Evelina. She's going to tell us about a couple of places in Moscow, and the first place is going to be the Crimean Bridge, and then she will switch to another place. So Evelina, can you start your speech, please?
So I didn't have a favorite place in Moscow. It was a lonely town for me, like in the song by Frank Sinatra. The world is an empty place and every town is a lonely town. But over the past year, I start appreciate more my family, and my ties with family have become stronger. So the first favorite place in Moscow for me is the Crimean Bridge, because my father prepared for me there my New Year's present. This is the Canon professional camera, and that was the very first place I took photo from. That was very lovely of my father, that he prepared present for me in his favorite place in Moscow. So you can see, yes, the picture of my father. Okay, the second place, yes, here is my father. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Okay.
This I want to shed light on is the Vinery or Vinzavod. This is the one of the Instagram place in Moscow. There are a lot of graffiti and funny sentences everywhere around. It's basically good backgrounds for photo. But what's more important is there is situated one of the most famous Russian art shops called Продвижению. And this is the best shop from my good friend Sonia point of view, and I agree with her. I personally often buy there some materials. Yes, this is a graphic on the way there.
Okay, that's it, right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much for your story. And it was very interesting. And the next person who is going to give a talk will be Ksenia. She is going to tell us about Kolomenskaya. So Ksenia, can you start, please?
Hi, I want to talk about Kolomenskaya, and Kolomenskaya was the main house of our rules since the 17th century, but now it's the part of our city of Moscow, but earlier it was our countryside. There are many fruit gardens in Kolomensky Park, and people walking around and admire the amazing fruit gardens, apple trees, Historians think that Kolomynskaya was the first place there lived Moscovites. It's like people who lived in Moscow, just like today we. And Kolomynskaya is the homeland of the first Russian wooden museum in the open air. And every autumn, our students spend the time in the Kolomynskaya with pencils and painting. We had plein air, and we draw on the ground from morning to lunch, and our teachers help us and assist us. We are waiting for this time, but sometimes during our practice work, our planner, we had our it's so cold and rainy, but in 2020 year we had practice in earlier of September, and we enjoyed the sunny weather. Yeah, it's and
That's it. Okay, thank you so much. It's a very beautiful place, but to be honest, I have never been to this place. So after watching your photos, I guess I will go there for sure. Okay, the next person is Lera. She will tell us about the Pushkin State Museum of Fine Arts. So Lera, you can start.
Hi guys, the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts is a really special museum for me because every time I go there, it's like traveling through the centuries in a time machine. And the Pushkin Museum is one of the biggest Russian museums of international art. It has two buildings. Actually, I don't know what of those buildings is my favorite. I love them both. It's the main building with the ancient civilizations, and the new one with modern art, impressionists, cubists, and others. I think the most wonderful thing about that museum is a unique combination of modern and ancient art. But you know, that's not only just main exposition that attracts me so much. I love the modern exhibitions that the museum prepares. I usually go on that exhibitions with my friends on weekends, yeah, and it's really cool. One of my favorite, I think it's the series of exhibitions with artist books. Maybe you know that movement of art. It sounds in French like livre d'artiste. There are books that were made by great artists like Picasso, Matisse, Dali, and they used lots of graphic techniques like etching, lithography, xylography, woodcut, and others. And it's really worth to see with your own eyes. So when you will be in Moscow, I really recommend you to visit the museum and just look how the legend European masterpieces looks like in Russian. And maybe if you are lucky, you get on one of those exhibitions I was talking about.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a very interesting speech. And we go to the next person. So it is going to be Sofia, who is going to tell us about Manezhnaya Square. So Sonia, you may start.
Hello, I would tell about Manezhnaya Square. Manezhnaya Square is located in the heart of the city, next to the Kremlin walls. The main state buildings and historical monuments are located nearby. The square received its name through the exhibition center managed. The competition included the round roof of October Road, located underground fountains, sculptures, and numerous cafes. There is also the historical museums and a monument dedicated to the commander in warm weather as well as the daytime. It's always crowded. Tour groups come, vacation walk. In the evening, light are turned on, which give the place a special charm. Intense events are regularly held on the square during the New Year holidays, Christmas tree, and other holidays. Bright art objects and even slides for tubing. On Day of National Unity, backfights and held, and the Day of the City, concerts are held with the participation of famous musicians and artists. Even on Manege Square are held very often. That's all.
Mhm. Thank you so much. I think it's the most favorite place of not only Russian people, but also all tourists who come to visit Russia, who come to visit Moscow actually. Okay, and the last but not least person is going to be Veronika, and she's going to tell us about VDNH. So Veronika.
Hello everybody, I want to tell you about the most interesting place in Moscow, I think. VDNH is the biggest park in Moscow, which with its area about 7 square kilometers. It was established in 30s of 20th century in Soviet Union as exhibition center for presenting all the achievements of the national economy branch. The park was extremely developing and more sites, such as pavilion of the republics of the USSR, fountains, shop, restaurant, hotels, museum were appearing. In fountains, you could go to fish as every night fish was added in there. So you could fish in fountain. As a result, park became like a separate state. There was even a registry office of berries. Now in VDNH there is one of the biggest aquariums and the biggest ice rink in Europe. Nowadays, the park is a real museum with a solid atmosphere and architecture demonstrating the history of the USSR. When you get to the VDNH, it's as if you're transported back in time and get to another epoch. On the central area stands the fountain of French of nationality, where famous statue is dressed in national costume of each republic of the USSR. Also, many pavilions on the same area have names in honor of any republics. Nevertheless, it is still the best, the most interesting and comfortable place for walking. I'll never stop admiring its beauty and majesty of architecture. It's my favorite part.
Okay, I understood it when you sent me lots of photos, because you were probably the only person who sent me like 20 photos, and you wanted me to put it into this presentation. So yes, it is definitely your favorite place, and it is a favorite
Yes.
place of many people, I guess. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. And as a result, we really hope to see you in our beautiful city, in our beautiful country. And we really hope that you will also like it and enjoy it. Okay, thank you so much. And who is going to be the next? Who do I need to give rights?
I think the next will be Liceo Artistico Enzo Rossi, per favore.
Just a moment.
You have to give me the right to share the screen because I'm not allowed it.
Yes, she will give you.
I've done it. Now you're a host.
Until you start, I need to show you the link of our Telegram channel. You can join to have conversation with all of us, to share your photos or your opinion and something like this. Please follow the link when you will have time.
Now, Liceo Artistico is the host of this meeting.
Yes.
You may demonstrate the screen.
But I need to just a moment. I cannot see. Just a moment. Because I prepare already, but I cannot see on the. Just a moment. Sorry, can we start a little bit later because I prepare everything, but I don't know why it's not on the desktop at the moment. Can we be the next? Not now because
Yes,
I
yes, please. You can share your rights to Laura from Madrid. Laura, are you ready?
It's my students who have the presentation. Olivia, Jimena, or Lucia. Could you please ask? Chicas, ¿podéis poneros el micrófono y pedir una de vosotras el permiso?
Vale.
Para compartir pantalla. ¿Quién va a pedir permiso para que lo decís?
Creo que la tenía Jimena.
So it's one of my students who has the presentation. Is Jimena? Are you there?
Es que ha dicho que no sabía si le iba el micrófono.
Olivia or who? Laura, who will be?
Jimena Martin, but she said that she's not sure. She's not sure
Yes.
if her mic is working. She says, Jimena, is your mic working? Yeah, maybe yes. No, it's not working.
No.
Maybe Olivia?
I can try to put in.
I'm here.
1 second.
Sorry, I had a problem with the internet and I had to enter again.
Okay, Anna Maria, welcome.
Okay. Now, is it our turn?
Actually, the host is Liceo Artistico, and if they want to be the second, then will you please share? Yeah, will you please share with one of the guys? Yeah, who wants to be the first? If not,
Me.
Helena.
Oh, it is okay.
Okay,
Okay.
IL.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
I just want to start with an introduction to our work. Okay, can I start?
Yes, you can.
Okay, morning everyone, and I'd like to say some words to Daria in Italian, if you allow me. She speaks Italian very, very well. Daria, piacere di conoscerti e veramente parli l'italiano molto molto bene. Comunque speriamo di poterti ospitare in Italia appena tutto questo sarà finito, e in modo da poterti consentire, oltre che di visitare la nostra città, di consentire anche di esercitarti ulteriormente nella nostra lingua. Okay, we are still together today, and we are very, very happy about it. We hope you're all well, and we always look forward to these meetings with a great pleasure. We see them as a sign of hope that illuminates these such difficult times. My students, they have prepared another PowerPoint on the new topic, and they aim to show you, on the one hand, the closer relations between the school and the Salerno, and on the other hand, the most relevant sites of the city. We hope in the future to be able to host you here and to make you visit in person this time the places you are about to see through the photos and the works of my students. Okay, Adele, let's start.
I need to share the screen.
Okay. Will you give me? Okay. Have you asked for the permission? Adele, hai chiesto il permesso?
Sì, però mi devono dare.
Okay. Please, will you give her
the right
to use to share the screen?
Yeah. The problem is that I asked multiple times, but I think that they have some problems with the microphone. The organizer is Liceo Artistico, and if you hear me, please do give the rights to Ariel.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
What should I do?
Okay. Will you please share the rights with Ariel? She will start the start the demonstration.
How can I share that? I cannot see how to share the rights with them.
You can find her on the list of our.
Go to the participants.
Yes.
Participants, then find AAIEL. Yeah. Then click the right button, or find the screen extra. Yeah. And there you find to give the host rights.
Maybe I can just go out and come back because I don't see how to share. Okay. I just go out and come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You can share.
Can you see it?
Okay.
Yes, very good.
Okay. So I will show the PowerPoint, and then my friends will talk about it, and I will talk later. Okay? Gaia, can you start?
Yeah, of course. Hey everyone, I'm Gaia, and I'm going to talk about Salerno. So it's a Portugal city located to the southeast of Naples, and it's the second largest city for number of inhabitants in this region. During the Middle Age, it experienced the Longobards domination, which was one of the most important historical phases for the city. Salerno was the capital of the principality, which was a territory that gradually came to include a large part of the Italian continental south. Salerno is then home to the Salerno Medical School, which was the first and most important medical institution in Europe at the beginning of the Middle Ages, and such is considered by many to be a forerunner to modern universities. Our city rises on the homonymous Gulf on the Tyrrhenian Sea between the Amalfitane coast and the Sele Plain, at the point where the Irno Valley, which is a river, opens towards the sea. Because of its position and conformation, our city is often affected by winds, and the climate is Mediterranean. Also, I would like to point out one thing, because I don't actually come from Salerno, but from a city outside. And every time I took the train to go to Salerno, there's a beautiful skyline, which you can clearly see when you do the route from Vietri sul Mare and the station of the cathedral in Salerno. So our school made some watercolor paintings which were inspired by the Longobards period costumes. And also our Department of Scenography designed 2 screens with antique decorations. But our Department of Ceramic Design made as well some ceramics with antique decorations.
So let's talk about the most important attraction of our city. Flora, can you start?
Yes. Hello, my name is Flora. I'm going to talk about the Arechi Castle. The Arechi Castle is a medieval castle located at the height of about 300 meters above the sea level, overlooking the city and the Gulf of Salerno. It is called Arechi because the construction of this fortification is traditionally associated with the Lombard Duke Arechi II. The castle rises on top of the Mount Bonadis, dominating the city of Salerno from above. Then I'm going to talk about the Santissima Annunziata Church. With a rectangular plan, the tower was built on 5 or 6 levels, with the function of controlling the port below and the path. The church was built in 1627 with the name of Santissima Annunziata New. It replaced the old church of the late 15th century, which in 1627 it was destroyed by a flood. This one was built to replace the old Santissima Annunziata Church, and the current church is the result of early 18th century restoration work by Ferdinando Sanfelice, who designed the monumental bell tower. Here you can see a drawing where I represented the dome of the Santissima Annunziata Church and the Arechi Castle. Hope you like it.
So it's the turn of Luisa.
Hi, I'm Luisa. Another important monument in Salerno is San Mettius Cathedral. This church is located in the historic center of the city, and it is very ancient. Cathedral was built in Romanesque style, but then it has been modified in Baroque style. In fact, church has a broad porticus and an important bell tower. Inside the cathedral there are 3 naves with 3 apses that they are decorated with mosaics, and there are also 2 ambus that they are called Guarna and Daiello. In the right apse there are the remains of Pope Gregory VII that he was exiled to Salerno. Below the cathedral there is the crypt that it has Baroque style. In fact, it has magnificent and rich decorations. In the crypt there is a bronze statue of San Matthew, and it is two-faced, and here there are the relics of the saint. Salerno is also known for its Luci d'Artista. The event takes this name because lights are not simple Christmas lights, but real artistic installation which furnish the urban environment of the city. In fact, during the Christmas period, the city is full of color lights that have different shapes every year, and also some students of our school have given their contribution, making them by using recycled materials. A very beautiful place in the city is the Municipal Villa, which in 2019, for example, it was decorated with lights in the shape of animals.
So, we have to say that Salerno is placed between three of the most important places of the Campania region. One of them is obviously the Amalfitan coast. That is one of the most important attractions in the province of Salerno. And it is the stretch of the Campania coast of the Tyrrhenian Sea that is overlooking the Gulf. It is bordered to the west by the city of Positano and to the east by Vitri sul Mare. This city is famous all over the world for its naturalistic beauty, as well as it is the home of the important tourist settlements. It was declared a World Heritage Site in 1997. It takes its name from the city of Amalfi, that is the central nucleus of the coast, not only geographically, but also historically. There are some photos of the Amalfitan coast, as you can see. And we have to say that the beauty of the small towns that the Amalfitan coast includes has made it one of the most visited destination by the tourists, especially for the famous people. In fact, we can find among them Sophia Loren, Grace Kelly, or Leonardo DiCaprio, and many others. Every small town has a particular beauty, but in both artistic and natural beauty. For the artistic one, we have to mention the Vitri ceramics that are typical of that city. And for the naturalistic one, we have to mention the Path of the Gods that is situated in the city of Positano. That is a spectacular 8 kilometers long path that gives a crazy view. As you can see, we have a photo of the one of the houses of the city of Vietri, the Path of Gods. So you can see all the Amalfitan coast and also some of the ceramics of the city of Vietri. Then we have to talk about Pompeii. That is also another city that is situated near to Salerno. It's not the province of Salerno, but is very, very near. And so it is important for the archaeological excavation. In fact, Pompeii was submerged by lava and ash hundreds of years ago from the Vesuvio, the volcano named Vesuvio. And thanks to the archaeological excavation, the cost created by the ashes of the bodies of each person that in that moment carried out normal daily activities were found completely intact. And also houses and places were also found. As you can see in these photos, we have the bodies of the people, some frescoes we can still see. In fact, every day the team of archaeologists discover many little new things which make Pompeii a fantastic city because it is full of history and absolutely deserves to be visited at least once in a lifetime, because visiting the excavation takes a trip back in time. In fact, the teams also discovered in the last days another thermopole that was used to sell the food in the street, like a kind of fast food restaurant. In fact, we can they have found the remains of some animals they probably have sold in that time. We can clearly see the frescoes, such the woman one, the horse, and other animals. Another important side is the city of Paestum, that is also in the province of Salerno, and is the ancient city of the Magna Graecia, and it was originally called Poseidonia in honor of Poseidon, but it is very devoted also to Athena and Hera. After the Roman conquest, it takes the name of Paestum, and the extension extension of its inhabited area is still well recognizable today because it is enclosed by its Greek walls, original walls. As you can see, there is a panoramic of the temples. There are 4 miracles arrived in excellent condition. In fact, these are considered the only original thing that we have from the Magna Graecia art. The 3 temples are dedicated to Athena and Hera. And there, as you can see, are the 3 temples. Then we can mention also a structure of Salerno. There is the maritime station of Salerno, that it was designed by the architect Zaha Hadid in 2016. And then we also have a work on with a watercolor on paper, as you can see. This is the inside of the structure. And we can talk also about this project that was made by 2 of our teachers, the architecture ones and also the scenography one, that created this structure that is situated in the Cave Square in Salerno. And so this is the presentation of our city. I hope you liked it.
Thank you very much. It was really, really beautiful to see Salerno. Amalfi Coast is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
how can I?
You can share with your colleagues or students.
Okay.
Who is ready? Laura, are you ready?
She wants to know how to live.
Ayal, first you stop the demonstration.
Yes.
In the top, first you stop it.
Stop.
Yeah.
Adele, premi su stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you find the participants.
Yes.
Yeah, there is the button at the bottom of the screen, participants. Now, who wants the rights now?
Yeah, we can retry because I had a
Yeah.
technical problem.
So now I'll find Liceo Artistico on the participants list. And there are 2 buttons. In one of the buttons, there is a button to share the host rights.
I can do it.
Then there is another idea. You may leave the
Sì, Adele, fai come feci io, lascia e poi rientri. Come feci io, così feci, ok? Facciamo prima. Okay.
No, I don't know who will end up the right.
Okay.
If my students are ready.
Yes.
Jimena, Olivia,
Yes,
are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so my students, ¿quién quiere que le demos el permiso? ¿Quién quiere el permiso, chicas? Para
Laura,
decir que se...
Laura,
yeah.
Now
it's
is speaking Liceo Artistico in Sorosi, then yours, okay?
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
So our students presented, please.
Hi, I'm Martina, and I'm going to talk about. Let's start with the imperial forums that derive from the ancient Roman forum. That was the place where every civic function, politics, cultural, administrative, took place. They are so called because they were 5 large squares dedicated to the Greek emperors of the time: Julian, Augustus, Nerva, Vespasian, and Trajan. After, we have the Colosseum. The Colosseum represents the symbol of Rome. It was the largest amphitheater ever built, and it was commissioned by the Flavio dynasty, and for this reason, it is also known like Flavio Amphitheater. Works started with the Emperor Vespasiano in the 70 after Christ, but the amphitheater was inaugurated in the 80 after Christ with Titus. The Colosseum hosted the gladiators' games that consisted in fighting against each other or with ferocious animals like tigers or lions. The Colosseum hosted about 60,000 spectators like modern stadium, and it's nowadays a giant glorious ruin.
And now after the presentation of Martina, we will continue with the presentation of Carla. Carla, are you there?
Yeah.
Carla?
Yes.
Carla, we cannot hear you. Carla? Carla, are you connected?
Okay.
So I don't know, by the voice, it doesn't come through. Maybe the internet connection.
The connection is
I'm
not good.
now. Okay.
Carla, I'm sorry, we cannot hear you. Carla, it's difficult to hear. I can show you the slides, and maybe if the voice, unfortunately, is not there. Carla, can you try to?
Maybe you can try without a video. Turn off the video, please, and will be better.
Retry, Carla. I will continue to show. So this is a, please try. Okay, we have all the years of construction, the materials, and then authors, Nicola Salvi, Pietro Bracci, and his son, and the ubication, which is in Rome, the square of Trevi, at the lower level of the street. Sorry, I have to present well because it's possible to. Let's try, Carla, let's see. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. She prepared all the work. And here we can see the sculpture. In the dish, there are two statues. One is ocean, and then is standing up a chariot pulled by two horses and 3 tons. And then there are two statues held in the mountains. And then we have also the bas relief presenting the birth of the aqueduct. And in fact, this fountain is formed at the end of the aqueduct, which brings water in the square. Carla, can you try? And then she put in some pictures of the well-known film, La Dolce Vita, which was shot in the fountain. And also there was a nice event, the fashion show Fendi, which was set in the fountain upon a plexiglass support. And we can continue now with Francesca. Francesca, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. And then this is the end of the Carla one. I forgot. This is the well-known tradition of throwing the coins. If you throw 1, it means you're back to the city. If you throw 2, you maybe find your love of your life, and 3, you marry him or her. And then the coins are collected and just given to the charity. Okay, then.
Okay, so this is another important monument in the center of Rome. it is the Church of Saint Louis of French, which collects 3 of the most important canvases of Caravaggio. On the left side of the main nave, where there's the Contrary Chapel. Okay. The Contrary Chapel contains these 3 world most renowned canvases of Caravaggio's about the life of St. Matthew, the calling of St. Matthew, the inspiration and the martyrdom of St. Matthew. The calling, the martyrdom and the inspiration of St. Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, girls. It was really interesting to visit Rome.
You're welcome.
Especially Fontaine Trevi with Fellini.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So let's continue with Lyceum from Madrid.
Yes. We will go out and come back because I didn't understand how to switch the rights.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Yes, please.
Now, Anna Maria, the organizer. Anna Maria?
Yes?
Yeah, can you give the rights to Liceo?
Laura.
Laura.
Okay, it's one of my students who can share the project. Olivia, Jimena, Lucia, ¿quiénes sois?
Me, for example, I can share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Anna Maria,
well,
with Olivia.
So
Olivia.
Yes, Olivia. Yes. So good afternoon. My name is Laura, and I'm from Madrid. And it's a pleasure to be here again, sharing these wonderful presentations on all the places you're sharing with us. Today, I'd love to say something in Italian, but after listening to Daria, better not. So maybe for the next time, I can read you in Italian too. So today my students are Jimena, Lucia, and Olivia, and they're gonna share some places from Madrid with you. So Olivia, if you're ready.
Okay. It says that I can share the screen because I don't have the rights.
Just one moment. It's Anna Maria who is the organizer now.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that one of our classmates' microphone doesn't work, so we are doing her part of the presentation. So if it's a bit...
No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. You can see, guys, that the internet connection is always somehow slow or not working. So don't you worry. At least we have this wonderful opportunity to talk to each other. And I will have to ask again, Anna Maria, will you please share the rights? Please, 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 please. Probably doesn't hear.
Prof, ci sentite? Sì. Ok. Prof, allora dovete andare sui partecipanti in basso a destra.
Ma io devo fare questa cosa?
Prof, dovete fare voi questa operazione.
E perché?
Perché voi adesso siete l'ospite, perché quando si è l'ospite si ha il diritto di poter condividere. Quindi se non andate a dare i diritti a delle altre persone, loro non possono condividere.
Ma no,
dovete
io pensavo
su...
di non essere io. Sì, sono andata.
Dovete andare su partecipanti. La ragazza si chiama Olivia. Dovete cliccare su di lei e le dovete dare il permesso. Non so se avete capito.
Allora, aspetta, c'è assegna ospite.
Assegna ospite, assegna ospite.
Ok.
E cliccate su Olivia.
Ok.
Ok.
È andata. No, e non pensavo di essere io, pensavo si rivolgesse a qualcun altro. Ok, sorry, I didn't think I had to do that because I thought you were talking to another Anna Maria. Sorry for that.
When someone leaves, it automatically switches to anybody here. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Olivia, you're welcome now.
One moment, please.
Probably next time it would be a nice idea to share the presentations before the party, before the conference, and one person could share all the presentations. For example, you could do that with me or Leah Safalna. You could share your presentations just before, the night before, and I will just share my screen, and you will not have to worry about how to switch the hosts or whatever, and the students won't have to worry. You will just have to tell me which one I should switch, or anybody here. Yep. But okay, while Olivia is doing something, you might have some questions. You're welcome. While we are waiting, yeah?
Yes, let's ask this.
Everybody's shy. I did like the presentations of, I would like to go to Salerno myself because one of my friends went there, and I visited Colosseum. That's an amazing place. Really went there with my husband, and we were roaming about it for a very long time as it's very big. Guys, if you have any questions, please do. I like Italy a lot. I haven't been to Spain yet, so I would like to go.
I had a question.
Yeah, come on.
Have you got lessons or class art, history art of, you say you talk about Baroque, you talk about Pompeii, and I think you really know well about art history of Italian, but one question, do you
Скажи по-русски, я тебе помогу.
проходить?
You have?
Do you have Russian? Yeah, I have. Do you have Russian art history?
Nice. Guys, do you have a subject, like a school subject of Russian history of arts, or do you take it during the
I
course?
studied something about Russia, I think 3-4 years ago. As you, the museum that you made us see, I remember we studied it.
Pushkin Museum.
Yeah, I remember the sculpture and also the I don't know how to say it, the
the entrance to the museum.
Yeah.
The entrance, like the gates, right?
Yeah.
Gates.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing. I've been there a couple of times with my students and my children, and it's very big. When you come here, I'm not from Moscow, and when I came from Moscow, the first impression of Moscow was that it is very big. Yeah, because I went to London first. Yeah, I didn't see Moscow first. I went to London and I thought, oh, London is so big. But then I went to Moscow in my mother country, and oh my God, Moscow is like an elephant compared with London.
So you're not all from Moscow?
No, we are from Moscow. I live in Moscow right now, and all our students are from Moscow Art School. I just, it's not my hometown.
No, she was asking if everyone was from the Moscow city center, or I don't know if you guys were from towns around, because in our school, not everyone is from Salerno. For example, me and Luisa are from Cava, and Adele is from Montoro, which is in the province of Avellino. But Flora, for example, is from Salerno. And yeah, we have so many people that come from different cities around Salerno.
Yeah, I do a 1 hour long trip to go to school every morning, also to come back to home. Yeah, so it's 2 hours long trip to go to school every day.
And you travel
students the same in the same situation. They spend a lot of time to get to the school and return home. The same.
Yeah, that's the same for us.
Yeah, Moscow is really, understand. Takes me about 45 minutes to get to work, though I am not in the outskirts of Moscow. I live in one of the, we call them micro regions, and it takes me 45 minutes to the center.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm in Moscow. I'm not in the center, but I live in Moscow. That's the Moscow.
Okay.
So it's a really long way. It's really long way. I guess the organizer, the host now is again Anna Maria. I don't know why it happens. It happens automatically. So if you could share the rights with me, at least I would react very quickly, because I have everything on screen again. So Anna Maria, could you do that? Find me. My name is in Russian, but you can actually see my picture. This one is me. Yeah.
If you could say,
I didn't.
Okay, Olivia. Olivia?
Yes.
Or no?
Olivia left.
Okay.
And when Olivia left, yeah. So now Olivia.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We did that.
You're welcome.
Olivia, do you have? Are you having trouble connecting?
Yes, I can't connect the presentation.
Do you have the Google presentation? Do you have the link to the presentation? Can you share it in the chat?
Okay, I can try. Okay.
Yeah, you can try, and I will open up the presentation on my computer. And if you could share the host rights, I will just.
Prof,
presentation.
Just a second. Prof, scusatemi, mi sentite?
Aspetta, dimmi.
Vedete che praticamente ha chiesto se potete mandare i diritti di far vedere la live a...
Ma l'ho fatto.
Ah, ok, perfetto.
L'avevo fatto prima, sì. L'ho fatto di nuovo adesso, l'ho rifatto. Ok?
No, ma li avete mandati alla studentessa oppure... No, non alla studentessa, proprio alla professoressa.
Il nome?
Sta scritto in russo.
I have changed. It's Natalia.
Natalia. Okay.
I've changed. I just didn't realize that it was in Russian. It's like
I'm looking for your name.
Yeah, with a picture. I guess I'm the only one with a picture here. Not the only one, but.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, yay!
Is that okay?
Yes, that's.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we are Jimena, Lucia, and Olivia, but Jimena can't speak because her microphone doesn't work. It don't work. So the presentation we are doing right now, Lucia, me and Lucia and Olivia. First, we have chosen El Retiro, which is the most famous park in Madrid, because I think one of the reasons it is the most famous park of Madrid is because just outside it there is La Puerta de Alcalá, which I think is the most important building of Madrid. It's all located in the center of the city. I have many memories here because when I was little, I used to go with my family to play in all different places. I went there to have ice creams or to have even lunch because there are many bars and cafeterias there. We also went there to see the different ducks or animals that are spread along all the park. And even if we had luck, we could go to some little boats that were in the center of the park. There is a pond, so we could go there to ride the boats for a bit. Also, if you go there, you can just go with your boyfriend, with your friends, to have a walk, or to be there just chilling, because it's a really relaxing. It's true that it's normally really full because it's really famous and one of the most touristic tourist attractions, but it's really beautiful. So I would recommend you to go there. You can also go there with your pets, with your dogs, etc. And you can do you when you walk along the park, you can see many people running, riding their bikes, or doing yoga, because that's a wonderful place for keeping your mind and your body balanced, as it's all surrounded with nature. Here is a photograph of there in this park. There are many beautiful places such as this, which is the Crystal Palace. We can see here one photograph. I imagine this is on summer or something like that, and the photograph below, it's a photograph made these days back, which Madrid. In Madrid it snowed, which is an historical event here because it has snowed a lot, which means that nowadays, 1 week later, we even have snow in our streets, and we have canceled our school for 1 week or something like that, because it was impossible to move in cars and things like that. So for Madrid, it was a really important and historical event. So I wanted to share you how it looked, Madrid with snow, which I think it's really beautiful. And this is the Retiro Park. Now we have La Plaza de Cibeles. This photograph is de la Plaza de Cibeles, the 8th of March, which is the International Women's Day. First, I'm going to speak you just a bit about where is La Plaza de Cibeles, and then I'll talk to you about the 8th of March and that day. The Plaza de Cibeles is also in the center of Madrid, really near the Retiro, and it is surrounded by 4 really important buildings. It is surrounded by the Madrid City Hall, the La Casa de América, the General Headquarters of the Army, and the Bank of Spain. In the center of the square, we have a fountain in which it is represented the mother goddess Cibeles, which is the mother of the Olympian gods and the symbol of the earth and the fertility. And she is on chariot drawn by lions. This photograph is made. It was made the 8th of March of 2019, which was, I think, the most crowded demonstrations in the International Women's Day of all the time here in Madrid. And I was there with my friends, and this was I wanted to share this picture because it was a really special day for me, as it was the first protest that I went with my friends, without my parents. Like, I was really independent, fighting for my rights, and I felt really good. Seeing these pictures, this picture gives me and remembers me to that moment, which was a really important and special moment for me. So I just wanted to share this to you so you could see how is our city and some things that are commonly happening in our city. Now we have La Gatoteca, who's presenting Olivia.
Okay, so La Gatoteca, it's a very unusual place here in Madrid, and it's a place where you can go and have coffee or read a book with cats. So it's an association which takes care of cats from the street, and you can go there and adopt some of that cats. And I've been there a few times. It's great. People there are very nice, and if you like cats, I recommend it to you because it's in Lavapiés, and well, you go there, you give your name, they give you an hour to visit the place, and you can go all over the place and pet the cats, feed them, play with them. There are a lot of toys for the cats, and you can also ask for drinks or coffee or whatever you like. I think they even have food, so it's great. There are seats all over the place where you can sit and talk with your friends while the cats jump over you, and it's nice. It's not very usual here in Madrid, so I like it very much.
And the end.
Thank you very much. It was amazing.
Thank you very much. So cute.
I like the cats.
Also, your city is very beautiful. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
So is there anyone else on the queue? Guys, is there anyone else presenting? Or that's...
No,
only
three students.
No students, and all the schools have presented, I presume. Okay.
Yes.
So you may finish the demonstration at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And now you can give organizers rights to anybody you like. Yeah. Once we leave. Okay. So, guys, do you have any questions apart from ones that Ksenia asked? Okay.
I have one.
Okay, Lera, you're welcome.
Yeah, going back to the talk about our travels to very long trips to our schools, I want to ask the question: do you have some place near your school where you hang out with your classmates? You know, we have near our school the Gorky Park, and we usually go there. I don't know, to walk. Do you have some place like that?
So guys, anybody can answer.
Well, in our school, there is one place which is called La Plaza del 2 de Mayo. And well, you go there, there are a lot of people, there are cafeterias and restaurants, but there is a square where you can go there, sit and talk with your friends while the classes are, when the classes are over.
Yeah,
cool.
What about Salerno?
We don't really have a specific place in our school, but maybe near to it. Basically, the whole city of Salerno, especially the center, is a perfect place to go anywhere you want with your friends. And if I'm not wrong, there's also a park, a very big park in Salerno, not very far from the central station, which is called Parco Pinocchio. And it's a very beautiful park, in my opinion. And if I'm not wrong, every September, every September at the start of the month, they also do like I don't know if you have ever heard of this. It's like a a fair, a comic fair. They always do that, even though this year they couldn't do it because it was suspended because of the COVID, but I really hope they're going to do it soon again. But also the city center is a perfect place for to hang out with your friends or boyfriend, or I don't know, anyone you want. But I don't know if, what about Rome? I don't know, but there are a lot of places.
What about Rome? I need to ask about Rome.
She can answer. Mm-hmm.
With my friends, I can go with in the parks or walk in the center of Rome. And there are a lot of things you can do in Rome. And I don't. And Francesca, would you like to ask something to answer to this question as well? Are you there?
Yes, I think that the park of Villa Borghese is one of the most important park in the center of Rome, but also one of, I think is smaller than the Villa Ada Park. I think the Villa Ada Park is more beautiful than the park of Villa Borghese, because there are so many trees, a lot of natural attraction. It's a good place for a walk with friends or boyfriends. So
thank you. And I don't know if Carla, I don't know if the voice of Carla could be heard. Carla, are you there still? Okay, maybe it's hard to hear her. Thank you very much.
Guys, who has any more questions?
Well, I wanted to add that in the Retiro, the park in Madrid, there are also some places all over the park where there are some art exhibitions, like, for example, in El Palacio de Cristal, the Crystal Palace. Now, at the moment, there is an exhibition about giant flowers, and they are beautiful, but most of the time it's full, so you can go there. And there is also another place which is called La Casa de Vacas, like the house of cows. And there is some exhibitions about paintings and about different artists. So I think El Retiro, it's a very good place to go, because you can do everything you can imagine. I mean, there are places for everyone.
Oh, it's really cool.
Thank you, Olivia. We totally understand you, because our Gorky Park is the same place for do everything you want.
And museum. We also in museum. It's a park near our school. It's how art exhibition and art gallery, and we can draw in this park and enjoy of Moscow River and our Kremlin.
Actually, our school is positioned in a very nice place. It's in the center of Moscow, right in the heart of Moscow. And from the windows, we can see Moscow city, those beautiful skyscrapers that the guys showed on our presentation on the last slide. And then you can see the Gorky Park from one side, and from the other side, the park, which is Ksyusha talking about. This is Park Museum. And there is a museum, the Trechikov Gallery Museum. It has many buildings, And one of the buildings is located in this park. So a lot of students, when they finish classes, they go either to Gorky Park or to museum, and there are many cafes in the region. So it's really beautiful. Yeah, it's just, it's trouble going to work. Yeah, but it's fine. If you take the underground, the metro, so it will take you less time than if you take the car. The car, no, won't do. Moscow is, I think it's just the top in the rush hour, the top of the congested roads among the capitals. Yeah, this year. Okay, any more questions, guys? I'm trying my best to motivate you to ask questions and answer. Oh, come on, don't be shy.
Olivia talked about the cat cafes, and I think we have those cafes in Moscow too. I've never been, but I heard of that, and now I really want to.
I thought it was
I wish there were such nice things in Salerno as well. I really love cats, and I personally would like to visit La Gatoteca in Madrid, because I actually love Spain, so that would be a very nice place to go.
Yeah, me too. I've been to Spain 2 times, but when I was little, when I was like 8 years old. And so I don't remember a lot, but I liked it very much. So I hope to go again to Spain. I've been to Madrid and also Barcelona. And yeah, I liked it a lot. And I want also to go to Moscow because one of my favorite singers, that is Michael Jackson, wrote a song about Moscow, Stranger in Moscow. And so I know that he wrote that song when he was there. And when I listened to that song, I was like, oh my God, I have to go to Moscow. And so I hope very much to come one day.
You can come. We will host you in one of our homes. You can live at home. Yeah.
Okay.
You even don't have to book the hotel. It's fine. It's free. Yeah. And we'll cook you some Russian food, right?
Yeah.
Some Russian food, like Russia, insalata russa.
Yes.
Okay. Any more questions? If you haven't any questions, then we'll finish. Because some of you
I want to talk about Spanish. That I was in Spanish 3 times. Spain. Sorry, Spain. Spain 3 times, and I was in Barcelona, in Sevilla, in Madrid, and I fan of Barcelona Football Club. And yeah, Barcelona, and I love Spain.
Any more football fans?
I like Real Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid, yeah.
In the Cibeles is where the people from El Real Madrid go when they win, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That could be one of the attractions where people go to meet the footballers.
Probably. Yeah.
And there is also another when El Atlético wins, but I don't know where it is because I'm not a fan of football.
I think it's Neptuno, another square near the Cibeles, another important square. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. You're most welcome to join our Telegram channel, and we can speak a little bit more on the channel. You can say anything, you can ask anything, we can share photos like, what are you doing guys today? Now, currently at our school, we are going through art exam, so-called viewing art exam. So probably if you are interested, what we have, different expositions of the works of our students. Yeah, so you can ask any questions and we can share photos and pictures. Actually, I'm going to school since we now on distant learning, but I am actually going to school tomorrow, and I can share some of the pictures with you of the works of the students that they are doing now or probably what is happening at school. And I guess if my students have any questions, you can ask our partner schools. You're most welcome to communicate, because our main idea is to talk to you in English, yeah, and to practice a little bit. You can see how different you are, how differently you speak, and you are all good. Amazing, that's amazing, because as soon as the conversation is going and everybody is able to understand, everybody is practicing, yeah. Some of the levels are higher a little bit or lower a little bit, it doesn't matter. Some of you make mistakes, that doesn't really matter. And the main idea is not to afraid to make mistakes, not to be afraid of making mistakes. So kind of, I make mistakes myself constantly, though I am C2 in English, and that is fine. I am not an ideal person. So I only motivate you to converse in English or in Italian or in Spanish. And some of you know the language. You are welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you for this amazing conference today, guys. And we will invite you to the next one. Yeah, we will share it on email, right, Lisafina? Okay.
Yes, I think it will be on February. I will send you information, and I hope you join us to next our international conference. Today was really interesting travel to Spain and Italy for me, like something that I wish to do, to visit,
and to Moscow.
Especially Salerno is my dream. I've never been there. I visited Rome 4 times, but I've never been to Salerno or Madrid. And I hope after this situation, we will organize tour for our students to Moscow, from Moscow to Spain, to Italy. I hope it will be soon. So
yeah, we hope it too.
See you on our next online conference. It was really amazing and lovely today. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.